Hey everybody, Frank here, Godzilla Island for the Major Squad with a really cool unboxing for something you probably have not seen before. This is a stack of Godzilla and Kaiju Laserdisc with some really sweet box arts from the 90s. Now, something that I've wanted to do was always make some sort of wall display with some of the old 90s VHS box arts, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it. And then I started doing some digging around, and I found out they made a nice little collection of Laserdisc with those awesome box arts. And on top of that, the box art's almost extended and looks even better. So let me dig into this a big pile here and start opening them up. I'm gonna show you some of these. So my plan for this now to display these is they're basically the same size as a vinyl record, and I bought a bunch of 12 by 12 vinyl record picture frames, and I'm going to be hanging these up on the wall. You'll be seeing a couple of them in the background when I'm shooting the show, and I have another little hangout room that I plan on putting these in. They gave this one, I guess, as a little buffer to hold the space, so we're gonna get that one out of the way. Narrow margin, never heard of that one. It wasn't just in the description for this. So yeah, look at that sweet cover. Pretty awesome. Still in the plastic sleeve. These covers are all the Paramount arts. This is for Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. We got Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah. This really cool, vivid art. I'm gonna try to get this plastic sleeve off of here. Ah, there we go. There's no glare now. Just look at that art. Awesome. And this is the Laserdisc here. I think that's hysterical that they packed that one to protect this one. Kind of like a big record. It's hard to tell, but this is a very thick surface. These are kind of hard to break, I think. But I want to store that back in there. I do not own a Laserdisc player. I don't know many people that have, honestly. And if you are one of them out there watching, don't mean to bash you, but it's just to me, it's a very obscure media type. I grew up in the 90s when they were around, and just not a lot of people had them. I don't think they were very successful, and then the DVD came along. So that's our first one, Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. Let's get our next box open. All right. Here is our next one. Oh, yes. This is one of the first ones I actually picked up when this whole endeavor started. This is a War of the Gargantuas. Probably one of the most renowned kaiju movies from Toho that is not Godzilla or in the Godzilla universe. I would love to see these guys cross over with Godzilla. I mean, they had in the Godzilla Rulers of Earth comic book. Maybe we could see it happen in live action one day. Sanda, Gyra. This is one of those like special movies that like we want to review on the channel, but we feel like we gotta do it for like a special occasion or something. Maybe when we hit 1,000 subs or 500. I don't know. Awesome art. And then here's the disc. The disc are really nothing to see. It's just, you know, I'm not going to take this one out, wrestle with that one. I'm really all about the art, and I cannot wait to get these up on the wall. Look at this garbage out. Now let's get the next one up. Now I'm wondering, do any of you remember these box arts from the 90s growing up? Because this is just like a trip down memory lane with me. I did not have the Monster Zero box art like that. Or I did have the War of the Gargantua's art. Oh, this next one up is a 2-pack here. Let's see. This one is the OG Godzilla King of the Monsters with Raymond Burr on the cover here. Look at this incredible art. Let's see if there's anything in here. Nope, nothing in there. Awesome. And the next one up in this box, these two came with some pretty nice sleeves too to protect them. I might save them. Is Godzilla vs. Mothra, or Godzilla vs. the Thing, like they called it back in the day when it first came out. Really cool. The Godzilla design here is kind of square. It gives me almost Imperial vibes with the red lip there. Imperial Godzilla figure vibes. Mothra looks great. Battling in the waves here. They all have the same rear cover. This one actually has, now here, I'm going to pull this out of here. This one has the insert that shows you all the covers. I had everything except for Last Days of Planet Earth, which many of you may know as Nostradamus Prophecies. I'm going to go through the next couple now. We have 1, 2, 4 more to unbox here. 4 more? 3 more. Yeah, these are in excellent condition. Absolutely loving them so far. Or is it 3 more? I don't know. This box over here is pretty big. Alright guys, let me know down below which your favorite cover is, and if you had any of these on VHS growing up, or even if you had them on Laserdisc. If you were one of those people that had a Laserdisc growing up, that has to be pretty cool, being one of the few kids in school with a Laserdisc player, pulling out, going over a friend's house, and then having your friends over, and instead of pulling out a boring VHS box, you pull out these massive pieces of art. I'm gonna get the cover off of this one. Now this is one that I had growing up, the Terror of Mechagodzilla. The art actually depicts Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, a prior movie. There's a ton of inaccuracies. We have zillion spaceships on here. King Caesar and Shiza and Anguirus did not appear. Anguirus has never been green. But you know what? Who cares? This art is just gorgeous. I love these covers. this is accurate here. We had Titanosaurus, Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla. Those were the 3 kaiju for the movie. Let's see what's in here. Anything special? Same cover. Display art. Really cool. Alright, I think we only have 2 more here. I think this box just holds 1 disc. It's a thick box here. I thought it was a couple discs in there. But it turns out that other one was the multi-disc box. Let's see which one this is going to be. I'm gonna guess. I think this might be Godzilla's Revenge. Or Rodan. I don't know. We'll see. It's Godzilla's Revenge. A notorious movie. I personally, this was one of my most watched movies growing up as a kid. This was possibly my first Godzilla movie. It was this, Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Eberhard was Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, and Godzilla vs. Megalon a lot. I got terror of Mechagodzilla a little down the line after having Mechagodzilla for years. But look at this. Incredible art. I got Minya, the Kamacuras, Manila, whatever you want to call him, Minya, Manila. Say what you want about this movie. I absolutely loved it as a kid. It has some sentimental value to me, that one. And finally, this is going to be Rodan in this final box here. Let's pull this one out over here. I don't believe this is a multi-disc box here. It's just they packed it. Oh, really? Yeah. We got peanuts in here. It's just, I always find it so funny when I get a package with peanuts. You don't see, I feel like you rarely see these things anymore. Not the most environmentally friendly packing material there is out there. But this is packed very nicely. They have extra cushioning on the corners to protect it. Let's see here. They really went all out with this one. This one was just tossed in there, but let's see. The final, last but not least, Rodan. Now this has like just the chaos going on in here. Trains crashing, buildings being knocked over, planes flying over, people running, screaming. This is one of my favorite movies too. I think Rodan is just such a severely underrated kaiju movie. It starts off as this giant bug horror movie for the first act, and then it turns into just a kaiju movie. I mean, it almost starts off as similar to Them. You got miners disappearing, these giant insects appearing in town, attacking the village, and they go in and it turns out it's because there's a Rodan egg hatching underground, volcanic activities forcing these giant prehistoric insects to the surface that were used to be dormant until the volcano started to erupt. Awesome collection of Laserdiscs. I can't wait to get these up on the wall. Let's go through them one more time. Rodan, Godzilla's Revenge, Terror of Mechagodzilla, Godzilla vs. Mothra, Godzilla King of the Monsters, War of the Gargantuas, and Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. Awesome awesome artwork. Let me know if you guys are into Laserdisc or always wanted to display media like this on your wall. This is the way to go if you wanted to display these VHS covers. Try to find the Laserdisc. You can find them pretty cheap. Take your time searching eBay, Mercari, and all those secondhand sellers online. You can find these for pretty fair prices. Let me know what cover is your favorite. What VHS cover from the 90s was one that stood out to you? Another cover that's not here is the Godzilla vs. Sea Monster cover. That was, I believe, not put out by Paramount, and it wasn't part of this collection, but a really cool cover. It's one of our favorite here on the channel, and we do have a review of that movie as well. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe.